If you're looking for a rebuilt landed house with lift to all levels of the house,
with 5 spacious ensuite bedrooms in absolutely pristine condition like the rest of this nicely renovated house,
and which is via this convenient backdoor access within seconds walk, literally, to the heart of Joo Chiat. Stay tuned for this episode of Huttons Landed Division's Live Open House. Hi, welcome back. I'm Willie from Huttons Landed Division.
Hi, I'm Tina.
hi, I'm Sally.
We're here now at Onan Road, one road away from Joo Chiat Road. I think one of the oldest streets, all right, in Singapore. I think people, all Singaporeans, whether you're Easterners or not, I think will know, I think Joo Chiat Road for the more than 100 years of multicultural heritage. I think besides the very beautiful Peranakan shop houses, I think people frequent here for the very famous and popular eateries, the hip cafes, and of course the traditional coffee shops and all the, I think it's a favorite place for this Huttons as well, right?
Yeah. We're surrounded by 4 major roads, which makes Joo Chiat in the 2.2 square meters a very happening place. Tanjong Katong Road, East Coast Road, Still Road, and even Changi roads. The connectivity here is great.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. Within this square enclave, we are along we have this Joo Chiat Road, which is 1.5 kilometer long, and we are right smack in the center. So which means that convenience is all around us. So that's what the residents love about this place.
Yeah, so you are very familiar here. That's why I asked both of you to be my co-presenters, right? What can we, for example, from where we are now, based on the location, 5 minutes walk, where would that bring us to?
Well, you step out of the house and just a few meters away, you have a 24-hour petrol kiosk, you have Dunman Food Center, you also have a giant supermarket. So you're never going to find a shortage of going to look for places, you know. There is enrichment centers, hair salons, cafes.
For the whole family. I can imagine the whole family, husband, wife, children, mate, your helper, your parents as well. Because there are also nice parks nearby, your Carmel Park, your Kun Seng Park, all this, all nearby. I think talking about parents, I think for children, parents like you will also like this location because of the schools nearby, right?
Yes, you have many popular schools around. You have your Head Girls, your Tanjong Katong Primary, your Tanjong Katong Girls Schools, all around us. You are spoiled for choice. And also, under this hot sun...
Yes, I was just about to ask, if we don't walk, walk and choose to drive, like in 5 minutes, where can this location bring us to?
Okay, you will be in the comfort of an aircon shopping center. Within 5 minutes drive, you will reach your I-12, Katong Shopping Center, Parkway Parade, and on the other side, you will have your Kinex, City Plaza, PLQ, Paya Lebar Square.
Correct. I think you mentioned Marine Parade. Actually, this the Marine Parade MRT station is going to come up soon. I think that's not just within a short minutes drive, also within walking distance as well. Right? I think now that we've introduced sufficiently there's a very hot so-called zone within the east side. Maybe it's time for us to come back to this property. Now, we featured this property among the many landed properties here because of a few main reasons. Now, the first one of which, as you can see, is actually right behind me. We are now on the top floor of this 4-story rebuilt terrace. Behind us is really beautiful unblocked view, all right, of the city. And because you also later start to see that there are houses in front are lower than us as well. So you can see actually at the very far end MBS, right? So even in a hot weather like this, you get very good ventilation and wind. You can see a lot of hair flying around. Importantly, for this freehold 1,600 square feet land and 3,600 square feet of built-up area, Terrace actually has a 5+1 ensuite bedrooms.
Wow,
I think this will
that's
fit a lot of
great.
family needs. The most important thing, I think that a lot of buyers are actually signing up to watch this episode, is that it actually has a built-in home lift that actually brings the residents from level 1 to level 4 in comfort. So are you now ready to take a look at the rest of the house?
Yes.
Let's go.
So here we are on our huge roof terrace. So opposite, you have your Marina Bay view. And from here, you have opposite 3-story houses. They are all well constructed, so you don't have to worry of any reconstruction in the next years to come. So owner has put up this metal structure with glass for you to actually put up to have shelter for this roof terrace. With more outdoor furniture, you can actually make this into another outdoor entertainment space. So let's move on to Tina, who will show us the interior for our level 4.
Thank you, Sally. Hi, welcome to this gorgeous entertainment space designed perfectly to host dinners and parties. As you can see, there are cabinets constructed for storage. There's also space enough for you to host and dine. You have a sink over here, and this gorgeous 3.85 meter high ceiling makes it perfect to host parties and feel an empty open space up. You also have your lift that brings your guests straight from level 1 to level 4. That way you can bypass all the bedroom levels and have your privacy intact. We also have an ensuite bathroom and toilet over here that could be used by your guests when they come visiting. This place also comes with another small window which is perfect for cross ventilation in case you want to have a cool day and open out your doors. That's not it. Let me take you on this gorgeous stairway which is designed perfectly in a modern minimalistic way. The tiles over here that you see are actually tiles and not wooden flooring. Even the railings are very new and designed with a very modern look in mind. The whole space here is bright and airy due to the glass panels and allows natural sunlight to come in. There's a LED strip lighting along the whole stretch along the stairway, which makes it bright any time of the day.
Here we are on the 3rd level. On this level, you have 2 ensuite. This is the bigger room that's facing the front of the house. So here we have 340 square feet, equivalent to the size of 2 common bedrooms in a condo. Big enough to fit in your king-size bed with 2 side tables. So you have this partition, carefully designed, acts as your TV backdrop, and on the other side, you can use it as your study counter, makeup area, or even storage. And you have this bright theme bathroom, and here they actually have this cozy balcony space for you to have more light and ventilation to the room. To fit in more clothes, we have actually designed 6 panels of wardrobe for him and her. Yeah, let's move on to the other room on this level. Let Tina show you more.
Hi, let me show you the smallest room of the house, yet carefully designed and spacious enough. It's 222 square feet in size. It has 3 different zones. A sleeping zone, it also has a study or a walk-in wardrobe space, and a bathroom. There are partition walls and the new owner can choose to design it however they like. This quaint study comes towards the back side of Joo Chiat and allows it to be a quiet corner. The bathroom, which is absolutely unused, is very minimalistic and also very tidy. Now let me take you to level 2 and show you the rest of the house.
Here we are on the second level of the house. You have 2 ensuite on this level as well. I like this corner of the house whereby it feels so much like a hotel lobby. You can also use this as your reading corner, family area with an armchair tucked at the corner. So let's move on to this room that's facing the back of the house. This room is big enough for you to fit in a queen-size bed. You also have this multi-purpose room. Currently it's used as a walk-in wardrobe. You can also double up as a study area. Room is also well ventilated and with a bathroom, same color tone with natural ventilation and your very clean sanitary wares. Okay, moving on to the bigger room for this level. Yeah, let's move on. Tina show us.
Hi. Let me show you the master bedroom now. This master bedroom is more than 360 square feet in size. It comes with a partition that you could use as a dresser or as a study table, however you like. The partition has storage space on both sides. It also comes with a 9-door wardrobe where you never have to fight for space with your spouse. While that's all exciting about the wardrobe, let's take a look at the master bedroom. It's big and it's spacious. It can fit a king-size bed and also enough room for side tables, a lounge and your TV. Let's take a look at the bathroom. The bathroom comes with 2 windows and it's amply ventilated and provides a lot of natural lighting. Big windows and storage spaces and also glass panels from floor to ceiling for your shower cubicle. If you take a look at it, you will know that it's new and it's so well kept and well designed. You feel like you are stepping into a new bathroom. There are 2 sinks here and every morning you don't have to fight in the morning rush for space and to use the sinks. Now let's take a look at one of the most exciting parts of the house. This private roof terrace, exclusively designed for you and your spouse to enjoy. You can convert this space into a marvelous morning routine space that you have, and you can wake up, meditate, have your morning coffee over here, do your yoga. The retractable awning even allows you to work here all day long on a cloudy day. I'll hand you over now to my colleague Willie.
Now we're back to the front of the house. Now, befitting of the tastefully renovated interior, you can see that the facade, is also very modern, very sleek looking, and it looks like among the highest of this. In fact, this is now built to the highest height of 15 meters. Now, one thing about this street that's quite interesting, where the house is positioned, is you notice very coincidentally, or maybe there's no coincidence, I don't know, maybe there's something unique about this stretch, right? I'm sure a lot of owners can attest to this, is that a lot of these houses, the surrounding ones, have all been rebuilt, they've all been rebuilt. Unlike many parts of Onan, Joo Chiat, where you still see a collection of some older houses, single story, double story, etc. So all these older houses will pose a concern, for the new owners, because if they rebuild in the future, they may cause some disturbance or sound, But here you can be rest assured because both the neighbors are all rebuilt. But this house is among all these other most recent, built just 5 years ago. All right, built just 5 years ago. If I'm not wrong, I believe this is one of the many houses here only that actually has a home lift. All right, so you can see from here, even though the land size is 1,600 square, about 1,600 square feet, typical of a terrace, it has a more grand and a majestic presence. Why? One main reason is the very high ceiling. All right, so the car porch now is fully sheltered. It's at 4.5 meters. This helps to give actually the house a very nice cocooned so-called car porch that's well sheltered. But before we go into the car porch, I want to share with you something that's also very unique just for this house. If you start to realize, most of the houses here are built up to here. All right, there's nothing wrong about this. Okay, the only thing is that inside now, your car porch, you can park about one car and a bit more space, but you can't park any car outside the gate. What the owner has to do is to recess the gate inwards. Okay, you can see that this gate is a bit more recessed, meaning that inside here, while you can still park two cars using the 6 meters width frontage. By the way, the gate is wider than a lot of some of the older houses, obviously. All right, in front of where I'm standing now, you can actually park 2 more cars. Okay, you can actually park 2 more cars. So a lot of problem faced by inter-terrace owners, we have 2 cars, even 2 cars are parked inside, you can't go out at the same time. In this case, you can choose to just park 1 inside and the second one can be parked here as well. The owners have been doing this for the last few years, all right? So this gives you actually extra parking lot, not just for yourself and also for guests if they come and to visit. Okay, so having a inter-terrace with 2 plus 2 and 4 parking lots is really one of the interesting things and most sort of the things that previous inquirers have asked. Right, now let's go to the car porch. Now, I don't know whether you can see, this is on a slight incline, meaning that in terms of water flow, everything will just flow up. Right, it's very, very gradual, but it makes a maintenance, sweeping, washing as well a lot easier. But what I do like is that you realize now, from just a mere seconds away, is a much different or distinct difference in terms of the environment. Right now, I'm fully sheltered. This is now right hot in the afternoon, 2+ p.m. The sun is blazing hot, but over here is already sheltered and shaded, meaning that if you're inside the living hall, all the more you will get the shade as well as the wind as well. All right, because like mentioned earlier, the houses in front are actually lower than us, so the wind flow here is a lot better. Okay, what can you do with this space? You know, when it feels so cocoon, or if you only have 1 car, there's a lot of space here, and some of the ideas that we'll come up with, if you look at the rendering now, you can actually choose to convert part of it, if not the entire part. If you choose to park 1 car outside, this whole entire area can be made a lot more indoors, so to speak. Indoors meaning more usable, such as you can have a lawn, you can have a garden, you can have some water feature, you can actually put outdoor dining here as well. All right, there's that type of integrated basically with the rest of the house. When the plants, of course, all these are removed. You can choose to line one side of the wall with vertical plants, do paintings, hang some of your personal things as well. I made this as like an outdoor patio that's also fully sheltered. This is only made possible if you can park the car outside, which unlike all the other residents here, this is the only house that allows you to do so. Okay, so now let's come further up. If you're familiar with houses in basically the east side, a lot of them as required by BCA and a PUB, they're required to build about 1 to 1.5 meters higher. So this house is no exception. This is a 5 few gradual steps will bring you to the landing, which personally on high side, if you ask me, actually among many houses we've seen, this actually helps to give the owners a lot more privacy and also a lot more ventilation as well. Right. Only concern I have is for buyers or families with elderly folk. So should they want to use the lift but they have trouble climbing up the 5 steps, this staircase is designed to be exceptionally wide. You can see this is more than 1.5 meters. You can actually do a chair lift here using the handrail on this side. Okay, so the accessibility is not compromised as well. All right. So from here you already caught a glimpse. Okay, even though we are kind of outside, the way they have designed this with the floor to ceiling glass panels, and there's a garden. All right, on this side is they have the effect is to integrate the indoors and the outdoors as much as possible, like just the way we do now. All right, this is actually all pulled back, so you can actually feel the wind going through the entire house. And the plants they place here, I think is quite strategic. It actually provides a lot of privacy, and yet the whole house or the occupants inside can still feel the outside elements as well, and the positive side of the outside elements. All right. So if you start to take a look now at the inside, this will give you a glimpse. Inside, you still have pretty high ceiling, right? It's still about 3.5 meters high, and you can see the design elements and the owner's very meticulous because you can see from the flooring, these are not marble flooring. I think even the way that they laid the tiles, I think a lot of thought has been placed into this. All right. So I like the texture of this. The color scheme is very neutral, and they've also lined the same similar color scheme throughout the entire wall as well. So making it like a feature wall by itself, even if you don't hang anything on it, right? So this corner, you can put a TV, it can be a bookshelf, it can even put another set of sofa here as well. If you're a modern family, you prefer to put your TV room upstairs, for example, like on the top floor. All right, so this area, especially with the garden on the side, this can be an enhanced living space. Now, if behind me, now you can start to see the whole end from the front to the end. This layout is very straightforward. You can see the flow of basically the wind and the light from the front all the way to the end, and it's organized, a layout in a very organized way. All right. The only exception that you probably can't see now is this wall, right? The original layout doesn't have this wall, and if you step a bit, you can actually see there's a dry kitchen on that side. So the original plan, or if you were to remove this dry wall, should you not need to have altar table, or you can put your altar table here, the length of this entire area is actually longer and wider than what it is. Okay, I'll show you in a while. Now, then on the left side of the house, this is where the more utilitarian part of the house is organized. First, you have the lift, is nicely concealed right behind this wall. You have the staircase, and of course you have the bomb shelter as well as the maid's room at the back, which I'll show you in a while. So let's come back to the focus of the living room again. So you can see this on this whole side, this is more than about 6 meters. You have a lot of space against the wall. You can put a 3-4-seater sofa, 6 to 8-seater dining set. And again, if I don't have this wall, this is I think one of the things I would do is to actually do an island top, right? An island top that is then linked to the dry kitchen, right, at the back. Talking about the dry kitchen, I really wish I can show you, and probably you have to come down to see. The condition of this is really, really very, very new. Right? The owners of the house are adults, they are working adults, they don't spend as much time at home as compared to many landed families. So all this, can you see, all these are all lined, very good condition, all these soft closing drawers as well. All right, hardly touched, okay? Even this solid surface tabletop as well. So they don't cook as much. The cooking is dedicated at the back, but if you want, you can actually use this and install this induction hob and then do some light cooking here. Otherwise, if you're a coffee lover, tea lover, wine lover, this is a perfect place to convert this into a pantry, right? For your own entertainment, or for you to so-called serve your guests. Okay, there's a sink here which makes it very useful for you to do your so-called dishes and light washing, and then having a fridge here is very, very useful because it was just a few steps away from the living area. Okay, so just now we're talking about storage space. There's a standard size bomb shelter. You can just take a glimpse. It's huge inside. Okay, and besides that, there's another space. Now, bomb shelter, in most condos or some terraces, they're actually used for helper's room. In this case, we have a dedicated helper's room. Okay, on the side, this is a very spacious helper's room. You can see there's enough ventilation, high ceiling, air conditioned, personal wardrobe as well, right? Quite comfortable. In fact, I have a buyer who came and said you have 2 helpers. This is high enough for you to do a double deck, to have 2 helpers in case you need it. Okay, now one important part of the house now is the helpers, this bathroom. And unlike many houses where usually the helper's bathroom, the guest bathroom is designed in a less elaborate way than, let's say, the personal or owner's bedrooms, this is actually the same design as upstairs. The same warm tone tiles that you see, so maintenance is easy, nice color choice, and also a lot of natural light. All right, with all this, it comes with storage as well. Again, all in very good condition. Okay, so now let's come to the last part of the house. And very smartly, now what we have here is basically the rear yard. And unlike a lot of rear yards that's used mainly just for laundry, yes, the laundry is here, but they also converted this into a wet kitchen. This wet kitchen has a sink, you have a second fridge there, and lots of countertop space, okay, including even an oven, right? So you can do your heavy cooking here. And because we are now also just towards the back, and there's a lot of ventilation here as well. All right, you just need to close this door, and whatever heavy cooking you do, you'll be assured that the smell will not go inside. All right, but I think more importantly, as the person who is cooking, this is I really wish you can feel the wind on this side. Very windy, it's sheltered because there's an awning there, and then will make, I think, the entire food preparation experience a lot more pleasant. Okay, then last but not least, you start to see there's this little corner. We have a few steps down. At the beginning of this episode, if you remember, I actually came out through a secret door. Now, only houses here, usually secret doors, some may actually choose to keep this closed because of what is behind. All right, but let me just show you what's at the back, and you realize this is a very tempting door to use because first thing, besides greeting you, is the greenery from both the owners and also the neighbors. But importantly, have you seen such a wide alley? Right, this is a walk. Alley is very, very wide. This is you can actually park for fire. It's for fire engine access, by the way, right? So fire engine can come in, but most of the time, no bikes, nothing will come here. It's also lined with street lamp. So day and night, this is a very safe and comfortable place for you to take a walk in. Whether you want to walk from Joo Chiat Road or from other parts of this estate, okay, as a shortcut towards inside the house. All right. So I hope this gives you a very good idea of the house, and let's now join the ladies back in the living room. Hi ladies.
Hey.
Now that we finished the house tour, what do you think are the type of family profiles, right, who will find this house the most suitable, if not desirable?
Huge family, preferably those with multi-generation, will love this house as it comes with 5 en-suite and also a private lift.
Yeah.
So elder folks can access to all the different levels easily.
Absolutely. Yeah. I feel that even smaller families who are looking for bigger spaces would love this place because while you can entertain privately in the living room, sometimes you want to make it more private and bypass, the living room and the level 2 and 3 and move up to level 4 in the private entertainment space. So even that, by taking the lift, you can just
I think the segregation also provides maximum privacy, right? Besides the functional separation of the space as well. But I think it's no coincidence that both of you mentioned the private lift, which is true because if you are a home seeker now looking for a landed house with a landed lift, firstly, supply is very limited, and I can almost guarantee you it's difficult to find, if at all possible, to find a landed house rebuilt with a lift at under $5 million now. Not just in, of course, popular Joo Chiat area, but the entire East Coast, if not the entire Singapore. So if you are a family now looking for a house like this, I think this is really one of the rare choices or rare options that you should not overlook, right? We've come to the end of the house tour. If you and your family are keen to take a look at this house, just feel free to call any of my teammates here and I a call, and we will be more than happy to arrange an exclusive home tour for you. Once again, my name is Willie.
I'm Sally.
I'm Tina.
See you at the next episode of Huttons Landed Division's
Live Open House.